You're at a sports bar, right? The game is on the line. The bartender switches the channel to get the local feed, and bam.
Oh, the TV goes black.
Right, it goes black for like 3 agonizing seconds while the whole room just groans.
It is the absolute worst. But fixing that exact 3-second blackout is actually why highly specialized hardware like the WolfPack 4K 30Hz 4 HDMI Matrix exists.
Exactly. So, welcome to today's deep dive. Our mission today is to decode the spec sheet for this $1,500 device from HDTV Supply.
Yeah, it's essentially the ultimate unseen brain running those high-end home theaters and sports bars.
So you never miss a play.
Precisely. But to understand how it cures those drop signals, we first need to look at what a 4x4 matrix actually does with your data.
Right. Okay, let's unpack this. What are we looking at here?
Well, it basically takes 4 inputs, so things like Blu-ray players, set-top boxes, maybe game consoles, and perfectly routes them to 4 different screens at up to 4K resolution.
And that's at 30 hertz, right?
Yeah, exactly. But the true magic here is the seamless switching feature. I mean, normally when you change a video source, the TV and the cable box have to do this whole digital handshake.
Ah, so that handshake is what actually causes the screen to go dark.
Exactly. They have to verify anti-piracy protocols, which, by the way, is what that HDCP 1.4 compliance means on the spec sheet.
Oh,
Yeah, so to completely eliminate that lag, the Matrix maintains a constant artificial handshake with all the screens and all the inputs at the same time.
wow. Okay, so it's like a high-speed railway switch. The video signal never actually have to stop moving to change tracks.
That is a great analogy. The TV doesn't even realize the source changed. It just keeps getting a steady stream of data.
That's incredibly clever. And I'm guessing because the Matrix manages that signal traffic without stopping,
Oh.
well, it unlocks other features, right?
Oh, totally. It unlocks the ability to seamlessly merge those separate screens into one massive display, like a video wall.
But wait, if you just blow up a single image across 4 TVs, wouldn't the physical plastic frames around the screens kind of ruin it?
You mean the bezels? Yeah, they would,
Mm.
which is why it has this video wall processing feature, specifically something called bezel correction.
Okay, what's that do?
It mathematically aligns the image flawlessly across the 4 TVs by accounting for the width of those physical plastic frames.
Oh, wow. So it treats the frames like window panes looking out at a single landscape.
Exactly. It also has like 3.5 millimeter audio embedding, and you
Yeah.
can save up to 20 custom viewing scenes.
Okay, 20 seams. So what does this all mean for the actual user? I mean, this is a 3 kilogram, 20-watt device. Isn't this a total nightmare for a bartender to actually control during a Friday night rush?
You would think so, right? But the source actually highlights some really user-friendly control options.
Like what?
Well, you can use IR remotes, a web GUI, or TCP/IP over the network.
I mean, even pulling up a web page on a phone sounds like a bit much when you have people shouting drink orders at you.
True, true. Which is why they also included these simple 2-press push buttons right on the front. And they have blue backlights, so you can easily see them in a dark IT closet.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. You just press 2 buttons and the whole wall of TVs transforms instantly.
Exactly. It takes a massive amount of processing power behind the scenes to make something that complex feel effortless to the user.
It really does. So the flawless, immersive multi-screen setups you see in the wild are basically powered by these HDCP 1.4 compliant unsung heroes.
Yeah, boxes just like this WolfPack Matrix. But, the source catalog briefly mentions that 8K products are already rolling out.
Wait, 8K, that's 4 times the pixel count of 4K.
Right. So if 4K matrices cost $1,500 just to process the math to keep switching seamless, how in the world will the physical hardware keep up with the massive data pipelines required for tomorrow's 8K multi-screen arenas?
Wow. Yeah, the processing overhead is going to be staggering. That is a wild thought to leave you with. Next time a massive TV wall seamlessly flips to the game-winning drive, just, raise a glass to that little box in the back room, furiously crunching the math so you never miss a second.